Okay, friends, welcome. Darshna, Nancy, Sweetie Sharmila, Swara Arya, then you, Rishi and Haridan. Haridan, both are same. Okay. Let us start the new topic today. It is also connected with organic compound having nitrogen atom. Second type of compounds which are known as a cyanide or nitrile compound. If you want to define the cyanide or nitrile compound, the organic compound in which cyanide functional group is directly added to the carbon atom. These compounds are known as a cyanide, otherwise you can say nitrile compounds. In this compound we should have to study about some points. First one, classification, second one, nomenclature, third one, methods of preparation, and then property. Normally property can be classified in two types: physical property and chemical property. In chemical property, only chemical reactions belong to this property. In physical property, yes, water solubility, melting point, boiling point. Yes, this type of properties are related to the physical property. First of all, classification, types of cyanide and nitrile compounds. This classification is carried out on the basis of membership of this carbon atom. Membership of carbon atom which is directly attached to the cyanide group. If this carbon is member of alkyl group, then these compounds are known as one class is known as a alkyl cyanide, RCN. They are known as alkyl cyanide compound. But symbol is RCN. If this carbon is a member of aryl group, then these compounds are known as a aryl cyanide compound, in which cyanide group is directly attached to the carbon atom of benzene ring. And third type of this compound, aryl alkyl cyanide. Yes, aryl alkyl cyanide compound, in which cyanide group is not directly added to the benzene ring, but there is one middle carbon. The compound in which cyanide group is directly attached to the carbon atom, which will be directly attached with phenyl group. There is no directly connection between phenyl carbon atom of phenyl and cyanide group in this compound. This is CH3CN. Yes, methyl cyanide. This CH3CH2CN, ethyl cyanide. Methyl and ethyl groups are alkyl group. And this is phenyl cyanide. Phenyl group is aryl group. You can say phenyl, aryl, both are same. This is benzyl cyanide. In this compound, cyanide and phenyl के बीच एक कार्बन जुड़ा हुआ है. Second, nomenclature method of cyanide compound. There are two methods are used for the nomenclature of cyanide compound. First one, common method. Second one, IUPAC method. In common method, cyanide is to be used as a suffix RCN. First of all, we should have to mention R as a alkyl and then cyanide CN as a C cyanide. That means cyanide is to be used as a suffix. Sometimes before the alkyl group, primary, secondary and tertiary, this type of words are used as a prefix during the nomenclature. Only in common method, mind well. In IUPAC method, yes, RCN, we will go from right hand side to left hand side. First of all, cyanide group is to be mentioned first and at last, yes, R is to be mentioned as alkane, cyanoalkane. Sometimes nitrile is also used as a suffix during the IUPAC nomenclature. During this nomenclature, nitrile means nitrogen. R and Cn, RCN. We should have to R plus 1 carbon in the form of alkane and then nitrile. Suppose CH3CN, common method, we will go from left hand side to right hand side, methyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, from right hand side to left hand side, cyanomethane. Otherwise, if you want to say nitrile as a suffix, then nitrogen is nitrile. How many carbon atoms are there? 2. Ethane nitrile. Alkane having 2 carbon is known as ethane. Ethane nitrile. This one is ethyl cyanide. Otherwise you can say cyanoethane. Yeah. Propane nitrile. When we remove one hydrogen from second and third carbon, at that time double bond will arise between second and third carbon. This group is known as a CH2 double bond CH single bond Ca2. This group is known as a vinyl group. Vinyl group. And CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 single bond. This group is allyl group. So what is the difference between vinyl and allyl? Allyl. What is the difference between vinyl and allyl? You observe one CH2 is more compared to vinyl. If this is vinyl, one CH2 add कर देंगे तो मिल जाएगा allyl. In common method, the name of this compound is vinyl cyanide. Otherwise, in IUPAC method, cyanoeth 1 in. Otherwise, prop 2 in nitrile. Means double bond is present between second and third carbon. Next one. 1, 2, 3. 3 alkane having 3 carbon is known as propane. If one hydrogen is less, the propyl. This group is primary propyl cyanide. Otherwise, in IUPAC method, one cyanide group is present on first carbon. That's why one cyanopropane means 3 carbon की chain है, उनमें cyanide group is present on first carbon atom. Otherwise, you can say butane nitrile. If you remove one hydrogen from CH2 and CH3, at that time double bond will arise between these 2 carbon atoms. This group is known as an allyl group. Allyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, cyanide group is present on first carbon, 1, 2, 3 carbon chain having having 3 carbon atoms. One cyano, prop, 2 in. Otherwise, but 3 in nitrile. Next one, you see, first if you want to give the name, you should have to calculate the total number of carbon atom remain in given compound. Yes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 means butyl. All the carbon atoms are arranged in a linear chain. That's why it is known as a normal butyl, otherwise primary butyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, cyanide group is present on first carbon atom. That's why it is the derivative of butane in which cyanide group is present on first carbon atom. That's why 1 cyanobutane. Otherwise, pentane nitrile. If cyanide group is present on second carbon, देखो यहाँ, this group is known as the isobutyl, otherwise secondary butyl. Secondary butyl is group is there, and cyanide group is directly added to this carbon atom. Secondary butyl cyanide. In case of IUPAC method, 2 cyanobutane, otherwise 2 methyl butane nitrile. This is tertiary butyl group. It is known as a tertiary butyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, yes, chain having maximum 3 carbon atoms. That's why propane is to be mentioned at last. Propane in which cyanide group is present on second carbon, methyl group is also present on second carbon. That's why 2 cyano, 2 methyl propane. You cannot say 2 methyl, 2 cyano-propane. We should have to mention the group in alphabetical order. C for cyano and M for methyl. Cyanide is to be mentioned first of all. Otherwise, 2,2-dimethyl propane nitrile. Yes, this is cycloalkane type compound. When you remove one hydrogen from the cyclopropane, it will give cyclopropyl cyanide. Cyclopropane carbonitrile. Now you see, in the case of cyclic compound, carbonitrile is to be used as a suffix during the nomenclature in IUPAC method. Cyclopropane carbonitrile. This is the square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. Cyclopropyl cyanide. Cyclopropane carbonitrile. This is the structure in which this ring is consists of 5 carbon atoms. That's why pentane, cyclopentyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, cyclopentane carbonitrile. In this compound, 6 carbon atoms are arranged in a cyclic system. That's why cyclohexyl cyanide. In IUPAC method, cyclohexane carbonitrile. This is the phenyl cyanide. If you remove, the circle indicate presence of 3 double bond, and position of 3 double bond is on alternate. Find well. This is the cyanobenzene, otherwise benzonitrile is IUPAC name. When 2 groups are present on benzening at that time in common method, during the nomenclature, we should have to use ortho, meta and para as a suffix. Not when 2 groups are present on benzening at that time, during the common method, nomenclature of common method, Yes, ortho, meta and para, this type of words are used as a prefix. If two functional groups are present on neighboring position on benzene, it is known as ortho position. If only one space is left, it is known as a meta position. When two positions are left, at that time it is known as a para position. That's why ortho dicyano-benzene. Finally, these all are the derivatives of cyanide benzene. These all are the derivatives of benzene in which two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two cyanide groups. That's why they are known as a dicyano-benzene. But this is ortho-dicyano-benzene, this is meta-dicyano-benzene, this is para-dicyano-benzene. In IUPAC method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is also derivative of benzene, but yes, two hydrogen from first and second position, two hydrogen atoms are replaced by two cyanide group. Benzene 1,2 dicarbonitrile. Similarly, in this one, benzene 1,3 dicarbonitrile. In this case, benzene 1,4 dicarbonitrile. This is the methods for the nomenclature, and then methods of preparation. How can we prepare the amide compound? Yes, cyanide compound from the amide compound. RCONH2. This is an amide compound. This group, CONH2 group is an amide group. And CN is a cyanide anhydride. On heating, amide compound always gives cyanide compound. What is the chemical reaction mechanism? R single bond C double O and H2. Yes, this rectangle will break the bonds. H2O will remove as a byproduct, and RCONH2 will converted into RCl. You see, R will remain as it is, only CONH2 will convert it into Cl. In this illustration, CH3CONH2, benzene, phenyl having CONH2. Yes, now you compare this both illustration with this one. In this acetamide, R is CH3. In benzamide, R is phenyl group. During the common reaction, R will remain as it is. Only CONH2 will convert into Cn. So, हमें कुछ नहीं करना है. Only write R, and instead of CONH2, write down the Cn. This is the methyl cyanide, yes, cyanomethyl. Benzene having CONH2, benzamide. Benzene will remain as it is. Only CONH2 will convert into Cn. Therefore, phenyl cyanide, benzonidride. Okay, friends, thank you very much. We will see chemical properties of cyanide compound in next lecture. Okay, Arya, better.